Katie Holmes revealed some intimate information about her daughter, Suri Cruise, in a recent interview, and this has attracted great interest from the public. In the past, Katie has often kept information about her daughter private, and this has created a lot of curiosity about Suri's life. In the interview, Katie Holmes shared about her special relationship with her daughter. She is not only a talented actress but also a devoted mother. Katie mentioned her journey as a mother and the difficulties she has faced while raising Suri. This interview was part of her Glamor for Glamor magazine, and Katie showed confidence and depth in what she had to say. The relationship between Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise has made many people curious and speculate. Even though they broke up, Suri's family situation and life have always been in the center of public attention. Katie has been protective of her daughter's privacy for a long time, but this interview gave us a glimpse into their family life. This interview can be considered a turning point in Katie Holmes sharing about her daughter and family life. She has shown her determination to protect her daughter's privacy, while also sharing a little about her journey as a mother. This marks a change in the way she approaches the public and may open an opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of this relationship in Suri Cruise's life. People magazine revealed remarkable details about Katie Holmes in 2012, when she took control of her secret life after breaking up with Tom Cruise. During the 5 years of their marriage, she became increasingly dissatisfied and felt that life was no longer living up to her expectations. Katie realized she no longer had freedom in her career and lifestyle, and this pushed her to take action. Support from her father, Martin, a lawyer in Toledo, Ohio, helped Katie make this important decision. Together, they worked to keep Tom Cruise in the dark until a shocking phone call broke the news to him. Katie knew she had to make sure everything was sorted before pulling the trigger, as she didn't want any trouble after she left. The battle for Suri Cruise's custody happened quickly, within just 11 days. During this time, Katie Holmes made sure that she had full control over her daughter's life. This journey was aided by a family member, Brenda Holmes, who provided her with a cell phone so she could communicate during the process. She started using this cell phone, marking an important step in her journey after her breakup with Tom Cruise. Katie Holmes's lawyers were not based in New York, and she conducted an elaborate divorce. According to a report by People magazine, she planned and prepared everything carefully before announcing this decision. Notably, she contacted her parents to help Tom Cruise prepare for a dangerous scene in the movie he is making in Iceland. Tom Cruise's unexpected phone call caused him to start his motorbike to receive the call, and that's when Katie Holmes announced her decision to divorce. He was shocked to hear this news, and from then on, the divorce began. After settling her divorce, Katie established 3 law firms in 3 different states to face all future possibilities. She initially proposed this to hash it out in California, where she wanted exclusive custody of Suri. One of the most feared lawyers in New York has been linked to Katie Holmes in this divorce, and she has prepared a strong strategy to ensure that she takes control in the split. She was ready to face any possibility and was supported by her father, Martin Holmes, a leading divorce lawyer in Toledo. Clearly, Katie Holmes and her family have carefully planned their divorce settlement. Part of Katie's decision was to have control over the education of her daughter, Suri Cruise. This was notable news, especially since she registered Suri Cruise as a member of St. Francis Parish, a church near their apartment. This means she will have the opportunity to take Suri Cruise to public religious functions, and everyone is excited to invite Katie to join. A member of the church choir group was involved in assisting her and her family in this plan. It's interesting that all of this happened secretly, and all the reports about this divorce started coming out later, in 2013. Tom Cruise has sued Katie Holmes with a $50 million defamation lawsuit against her for publishing an article claiming he abandoned her life and style. Even though he doesn't usually do so, he decided to face this lawsuit, showing his sadness and determination not to let Suri's life go. That phone call is an important part of this journey, and I want to emphasize that it is the only thing we can know for sure. To be honest, we should remember that the relationship between Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise has many complicated aspects and is not as close as we think. When Katie Holmes has made the decision to divorce and take away custody of her children, it can be heartbreaking and hurtful. Surely you are in a relationship that you think you love and is important in your life. Katie Holmes has shown strength in not letting Tom Cruise make decisions about her life, especially when it comes to Scientology. This may have been a big shock for him, and if something hurts him, it's certainly not good for him. Tom Cruise has let Katie Holmes have control and make decisions about their lives. This may have been a big deal for him, and he probably spent a large amount of money to gain joint custody. Suri may have experienced changes in her life in this way. Suri in Persian means rose, and Suri has become strong and beautiful like a rose full of thorns. In July 2012, when Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes divorced, Suri lost her splendid castle and the aura of a princess. According to People, Katie won primary custody of Suri, while Tom was granted visitation rights. Because she did not want her daughter to follow Tom's religion, Katie resolutely hired many lawyers to gain custody of her child. Katie and her mother moved to New York and started a new life when Suri was only 6 years old. From being a princess living in luxury, Suri started traveling by public transport such as buses and subways without a security guard or nanny accompanying her. Katie sent her children to a normal school, and Suri also became a normal student like any other child. The girl was taught by her mother to be honest, kind, and love everyone. Tom Cruise's daughter once caused shock when she stood on the side of the road selling lemonade for charity. The girl's change made the audience extremely surprised and saddened. However, after leaving her father, Suri spent her childhood completely without being scrutinized or followed too much. According to legal documents, Tom is allowed to see Suri 10 days a month according to the divorce agreement, but in reality, he can visit his children whenever he wants. However, the actor refused to meet Suri because she did not follow Scientology. Tom Cruise was severely criticized by people for abandoning his daughter and turning his attitude around even though it was not her fault when he divorced his ex-wife. Us Weekly reported that because the leaders of the Scientology sect did not allow it, he could not see or contact his daughter. Even though he is the highest paid actor in the world, Tom Cruise has never seen his children again and does not provide any allowance for Katie and her mother. The father who loved and pampered his daughter seemed to turn into a different person every day, criticized for being too loyal to that sect and neglecting his children. Tom Cruise has almost refused to be a father, even though he previously loved his daughter more than anything else. But that doesn't mean Suri's life fell into darkness. Katie Holmes always accompanies and cares for her child and makes her life warm and full of positive things. Now, Suri is a confident, personable, and beautiful 15-year-old girl. She often goes out with her mother and friends, comfortably wearing the clothes she likes even when surrounded by paparazzi. Suri Cruise often causes social media fever thanks to her pretty appearance, her beauty becoming more and more beautiful. She overcame the pain when her parents broke up and lived optimistically and happily, although not as fully as before. She lives comfortably and simply but still stands out thanks to her beautiful visual inherited from her parents even without her father's care. Suri is always cheerful because she has her mother by her side to confide in and keep her company. I completely agree with you that this conversation has many aspects and details that we do not know. We cannot judge someone based on rumors or media reports without enough concrete evidence. Even Tom Cruise won a lawsuit to protect his honor in raising and caring for his daughter, Suri.